Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general reading for all of the signs for the month of December 2020. I must apologize. I know that I did not come out with the November readings, but unfortunately I was sick for about 2 weeks straight, and that just really put me behind on everything. And when I was sort of thinking about putting out the November readings, it was already the end of the month. So I just thought it was best to start off with December, and then I will be working on over the next week or so, I'll be working on the 2021 yearly readings for all of the signs, so be looking out for those as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information information can be found in the description box below this video. Also, I encourage you to follow me on TikTok if you use the app. I'm posting shorter videos on there more frequently than I do on YouTube, and I'm at Changing Phases Tarot. For the reading today, I'll be doing the 10-card Celtic Cross spread for the overall, the general monthly reading. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, and I'll pull a couple of Oracle cards from the Soul's Journey deck and the Goddesses deck. All right, I would like to thank each and every one of you. For those of you who are new today, for my returning viewers, I really do appreciate all of your support over the year, and I hope that my messages have brought some type of help and possibly peace and, to whatever you might be going through. All right, so I'll stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in a second for the videos. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. Now I've already shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a little bit of time, so let's get started. So you have at the center of your spread the Four of Wands, and it's crossed by the Six of Wands. So what could help or hinder is the Six of Wands. So this is a really beautiful energy to have at the center of your spread. In fact, I mean, your reading is pretty amazing. And I mean, obviously I'll get to all the cards, but to have this sitting at the center, I mean, this is a card of celebration. The Four of Wands, it's the, a soulmate connection. It's that 1111 card. It can be, to do with a house, a home, buying a home, moving home. It can be moving in with somebody. It can be a marriage card. It can have to do with, celebration. It's definitely, fours in the tarot, they have to do with stability and foundation. So, and it's crossed by the Six of Wands, which is, it's a card of victory. This is after having faced, if you think what comes before it, the Five of Wands, after having faced some type of struggle, he's now victorious, right? He's sitting there he has the crystal ball, lots of vision. He has the lion there. They're, on top of this sort of mountain or this hill, and they are victorious. So there's success, victory, and it has to do with either a relationship, possibly an engagement, a wedding, a home, a house move. Obviously it's going to play out differently for everybody watching, but it's very, very positive to have that sitting at the center of the spread. Now, in the deep past, you have the Nine of Wands, so more Wands energy. And this, sometimes this card can be, it's like there's one last hurdle that you have to jump over, one last obstacle that you have to, face. And she's resting here. You can see that she's sitting down. It looks as though she's resting, but she's very vigilant, she's observing, she's still on guard. She knows that she hasn't yet reached the Ten of Wands, which is the end of a cycle. And so she's very aware of sort of the position that she's in, the fact that there's still something that she has to do or has to accomplish before she can make it to the end of this cycle. Because in the tarot, the tens, they represent a cycle coming to an end. So she's nearly there, right? And it does sit in the deep past. So there could have been something that, you've had to deal with, one last thing that you've had to face. And in the recent past, this is the only negative or challenging card in the entire spread. You have the Seven of Swords, and this can be a card that comes in when there's some type of deceit happening around you. You can see that the man here, he's being surrounded by these crows, and they've come in, they've managed to steal away, take away 5 of his 7 swords. But, they didn't plan very well because they weren't able to take all of them away. So he still has the 2 swords there to defend himself. So sometimes this, it represents kind of that hasty action, not really planning properly, thinking things through. But it is, a card of deceit. So others coming in, possibly trying to deceive you, even stealing from you, getting away with something or thinking that they've gotten away with something. But it is air energy, which, it has to do with the suit. It's the suit of the mind. Air energy it's our thoughts, it's our words, how we communicate to other people. And it sits in the recent past. So, you've probably, for many of you, you've already been through this. And even if you haven't, and it's sort of still, or it could be happening, sort of now, you might be facing this now, just know that, they're not going to get away with whatever, if this is somebody kind of trying to steal from you or acting in an underhanded way, they're not going to get away with it, because you have so many other cards, and we'll get to all of them, but you have so many major arcanas and so many cards with sort of similar messages. So you have crowning you, message from your higher self, you have judgment. This is number 20. And you actually have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 major arcanas in your spread. And the judgment card can be making a judgment call, so that, a difficult decision. It can also be, sort of judgment being passed on a situation or a person. It can also be things coming back around again. So new starts, new beginnings, reconciliation. If this is to do with a job situation, because we do have wands here, wands can be, your work or business, or like your own ambition and drive. So if this is to do with a job, there could be something coming back around again. You could be getting a call back. If you've been waiting to hear back from a company, this could be getting the call back. You're being called to return to a job that you used to do in the past. So getting that, sort of second chance. If this is more within the relationship realm, then this could be, the second chance sort of coming back around for the two of you. So new cycles, reconciliation, but also needing to put things behind you, needing to, leave. If there was some type of deceit, right, or this difficult energy, it's important to leave it in the past. Now, in the near future, you have major arcana number 14, Temperance. Okay, and this can be a card that represents sort of divine timing. So there could be a delay. If there is a delay with something, there's a reason for it. There are things going on behind the scenes that you might not be able to see, but they're necessary to kind of align everything how it needs to be aligned. It's also a card that speaks of moderation, so needing to follow, taking the middle path, having that balanced, moderate approach to things in life. And sometimes it can come out in a reading when things are out of balance, right? If you are giving too much energy or time is being given to a particular area of your life. For example, working, you're working too many hours, and then you're not having enough time for you, for your family, for your loved ones. So there's a need to sort of bring things back into balance. Now you appear as the Chariot, which is another major arcana. This is number 7. And this is a huge, very powerful energy of victory. So we have, victory, the success with the 6 of Wands, Yeah, sorry, just going back to the Six of Wands can also be, if you have gone out for a job, you've been interviewing, it's you coming out on top. So you're the victor, you're the one getting the call back, you're the one getting the job offer. So there's that as well with the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Chariot, it's full speed ahead, right? This is very, very fast, very powerful forward momentum, forward movement. There can actually be movement. This can be traveling across land. This can be traveling by car, buying a car, moving to a different place. If there, this job could be at a distance, moving across the country or to this new opportunity. But there's victory at hand here. And we have another card that has to do with kind of taking that time out, possibly a delay with the Four of Swords. This can be just, and it isn't sitting in your environment or how others view you. So if we look first at how others could be viewing you, they could be seeing you as, either taking this time out or needing to take this time out for yourself. If it's going on around you, there could be this, this sort of everything is like frozen. Everything's sort of up in limbo, or everything is, you're waiting for things to kind of finally fall into place. It's also a card that speaks of healing, of resting, of taking that time out to rest, recuperate mentally, physically, emotionally, right? Sometimes with the swords, when they come out, it can have to do with a surgery, so recovering from some type of surgery as well. So there's that surrounding you, or possibly how others are viewing you. Your hopes and fears, the Six of Pentacles. This card's been coming out. Actually, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Temperance. These three have been coming out for a number of other signs. So it might be a good idea to take a look at not just your sun sign, but also your moon and your rising sign, if you know them. Okay, because sometimes, by doing that, you can get a more complete overview of what might be coming in for you this month. But hopes and fears, you're hoping for, this very balanced energy surrounding your possessions, your income. You can see that the woman here, she has a basket full of fruit, right? So she's put in the time, put in the hard work and energy. She's planted the seeds. Now they've grown, they're giving fruit. So this has taken her a long time, but she now has enough to be able to share with others. So it is a card of give and take. This can be, it can have to do with a loan, since this is earth energy, right? Earth energy has to do with the, sorry, the excuse me, material things, right? The material things here in the physical realm. So it's the work that we do, the money that we earn. It has to do with our possessions. It has to do with our home, our family, right? So sometimes it can be when you're going to get a loan, or you're repaying a loan, or somebody's coming to you for a loan, or they're repaying money. But it's a very even, very balanced sort of give and take. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. I know that, many times when we think of give and take, it's more sort of, okay, you do this, I give you this money, or, I buy this from you, you give me the product, I give you money. But it doesn't have to be, right? The give and take can also be in terms of time. This could be volunteering, giving of yourself, giving of your time, volunteering your time. But it sits in the hopes. I think you're hoping for this balanced, or an evening out, or a balancing out. And it sits next to as well the Temperance card. So, possibly your finances have been out of balance or a little out of whack. And now, with whatever this Six of Wands is victory, the victory with the Chariot, it's like they're finally, things are starting to even out for you. Yeah, and you have, as you head into the new year, this wonderful Ace of Cups. So this can be, depending on, obviously it's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, this could be news of a pregnancy. This could be news of the birth of a child. This could be a brand new relationship coming in for you, a soulmate connection, right? This is that very deep, very powerful energy, because Aces in the tarot, they are blessings from the universe. They're the universe extending out, you know, this chalice, this wonderful blessing, and saying, you know, this is what you need. This is for you. It's a yes card. So if there's something that you've been waiting to have an answer about, this comes in to say yes. The answer is definitely yes. And with it being water energy, it deals with emotions, right? And feelings and relationships. Now, if it isn't a new relationship coming in, it could be a new opportunity. So a new job opportunity, a new way for you to make money, a new business proposal that brings you great happiness, that brings you great joy. Yeah, and from the bottom of the deck, oh, well, okay, I'm going to take these three together. So the one that was actually at the bottom is the Tower, which is a huge energy. This is Major Arcana number 16. But immediately below it, we have the Ace of Pentacles, so another ace, and we have the Justice card, which again speaks of balance with the scales of justice, the sword of truth. So, you know, there's a huge change, a huge shift coming into your life. And it is, you know, it's going to happen very suddenly, very abruptly, very unexpectedly, but it has to happen, you know. And with the Tower card, it's not bad. I know that a lot of people, when they see the Tower card, they get scared because, you know, it kind of looks scary. You can see it's a building that is being struck by lightning, it's crumbling, falling to the ground. But there's the message with the Tower that, you know, if it is crumbling that easily, then probably the foundations were not that strong to begin with. So, you know, it is a chance to rebuild. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning. This is, it can also be a lump sum of money coming in. It can be, you know, a windfall. It can be winning the lottery. If it's a job, it's one that is going to really grow and you're going to, you know, be there for a long time. It has that growth potential and staying power. If it's in a relationship, then this is, you know, this is a long-term relationship. It's not one that's just going to start up and fizzle out. And then with the Justice, this could be dealing with the court system. This could be dealing with the justice of the peace. This could be, you know, actually going and getting married. For others, this could be justice being served. And this is a very karmic card, right? So karmic justice being served. And we did have the Seven of Swords back here with, you know, possibly somebody having done something shady, underhanded. So, you know, they're going to get served with karmic justice coming through. But, you know, overall, there's a huge change coming in, new beginnings, possibly, you know, either on the love front, because again, we had at the center, this could be the marriage card, this could be the engagement, the moving in together with this Ace of Cups. You could be, you know, deepening your relationship. And there's something about balance being restored, and there's success at hand. There's movement, there's success, possibly second chances, reconciliation, but lots of messages with a, you know, back and forth, give and take, very balanced type of energy coming in for the month. And the cards that came out from the Oracle deck, you have abundance. It says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical realm. Okay, and let me find the card in the guidebook and read you the full description. It says, in order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worrying, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. Allow yourself to have fun when manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you are opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you have chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment you grew up in and the value systems you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. very interesting. And from the Goddesses deck, you have, let me hold her up so you can see her. And behind her, you can see the full moon there. So there might be something to do with the time of the full moon this month. And she is Ishtar. And it says Ishtar is the multi-layered Babylonian creator goddess, the source of all life and embodiment of the power of nature. She is the giver of plenty, a lawgiver, a judge, the goddess of time, as well as the goddess of both love and war. Her name means giver of light and derives from her role as Queen of Heaven. She is the planet Venus as both morning and evening star, and her girdle is the zodiacal belt. Ishtar descends to the underworld and restores the vegetation god Tammuz to life and thus restores fertility to the earth. As she descends, she removes a veil at each gate. While she is underground, all life on earth is depressed and nothing comes to life. Ishtar is a multifaceted, powerful symbol of a forthright mode of being that is unafraid to venture into the depths of the underworld. She represents the creative feminine, active, and strong. How interesting, because with it saying about her being a lawgiver, a judge, right? We had that with here where we had the justice card, right? Where you could be dealing with justice of the peace. This could be a lawyer. This could be a judge, the legal system. So that's interesting that that came in here. So there could be something to do with, and if there is, a court matter or something where you're dealing with a lawyer, things are definitely going your way. So, it's very positive. You're coming out on top and karmic justice is being served. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month. Bye for now.